How you guys doing? Alright, here, let's cover a few things here about flat earth. There's a few ways for you to prove that you live on a flat earth. One of the ways is no matter how high you go up on a building, in a tree, in an airplane, when you look out at the horizon is always eye level. This is mathematically impossible if you live on a sphere. The second way that you can figure this out is that when they build buildings here on Earth, they use a plumb to make sure that the building goes up straight. Now, if the Earth was a sphere, then buildings, once it passes a certain point, you would notice it kept getting wider and wider and wider as it got to the top. So by looking at something like the Empire State Building, you would see that it was so wide at the top the building would have to tip over. It's mathematically impossible for this to be a spherical Earth, because the buildings you're looking at, you know that they use a plumb in construction to build these things. And the third way that you can tell that the Earth is flat is by looking at the UN map. The UN flag. What you'll notice is that the UN flag is an exact copy of the flat Earth map. And this is called lesser magic. It's rubbed in your face to take your blood off of their hands. Everything you know is a lie, people. This is what Earth actually looks like right here. And the moon and the Earth are cyborgs. They're living machines they're living machines. Now, surely you can see the electrical wires running up and all over around Earth. And clearly they've turned this living body, this living, breathing piece into a machine. You are a cyborg and you can't detect it, but everywhere you go, you have your cell phone inside of your hand. And you are being tracked by the New World Order, which is the internet itself. Doesn't matter where you go, they know where you're going. They know what you're thinking, because any search that you do, any video you watch, anybody you talk to, everything's being kept in a big place, a big facility in the desert. You can type into your computer the NSA PRISM system. You'll see how they do it. And you know that the laws were all passed for them to do this and get away with it. I'm telling you, whether you like it or not, your space program is a hoax. Everything you know is a lie. When they go from one body in space to another, they teleport there, or they use some sort of machine. But your space program is a lie. Rockets do not work in space. There's nothing for the thrust to push off of. Everything you know is a lie, people. Nothing is actually outside of you. Everything's inside of you. Now, you are absolutely kept in a matrix. Where your body really is, who can say? It might be that it's on Saturn. It could be that it's on the moon. But you are trapped in a matrix. You can verify this by your own chakras. You know that there's 3 above you and 2 below you, and you know there's 7 inside you, and there's a feeling that lines up with each one of them. You get a need to take a shit, you get horny, you get hungry, you feel a pain in your heart or frog in your throat, your headache, and your scalp tightens up. You're a singularity or a star, and you're trapped in, like they trap a star like Saturn, they trapped in a protostar Saturn and Jupiter, or trapped in some Dyson spheres, and they're turned into these flying machines. And little Zeus is Saturn. In a previous age they call it little Zeus, and little Zeus translated as Jesus. Saturn translated into Latin is Satan. It's represented by this black cube, this ring. It's on your Nike. It's on every one of your toys. You put a cube on your head at graduation. It's called squaring the circle, and you're doing it all day long with your fingers. In Mecca, they bow down before that black cube. It's a false idol. Your cross is the unfolded cube, a false idol. Jewish people put them on their arm and head before they pray to Satan. Everybody is satanic. Satan owns this world. You're in a carbon 666 flesh pack. Everything you know is a lie, people. Now, you were fed everything, literally everything in reverse. That means if they've been hyping up this Antichrist to be the one that you need to be fearing, then clearly, people, if they've given you everything in reverse, look, worship no false idols, worship no images, an engraven image. What do you think the word God is, or any name that you put on God? It doesn't make you think of cream corn, does it? Therefore, it is an engraven image. And you've used that 3-letter word to define this particular being that you call your God, and you were told not to. You are 100% satanic. You breathe Satan's chemical air. You drink his fluoridated water. You speak his black magic spells. which can be reversed to expose all your lies. Dr. David John Oates got a Nobel laureate or is a runner-up for discovering this. Get yourself some free reversal software online. You'll see. Reverse speech, exposes lies. You speak black magic spells over use of telepathy. Everything you know is a lie. You're a cyborg and you can't even detect it. Now, if you want to see if you have nanobots inside of you, the old way that we used to tell was we would take red wine, mix it around in our mouth, spit it into a clean bowl, scoop out the mucus clumps and place it under 60-time magnification or greater. And you can see my videos on it. But it's likely you have nanobots in you right now. You can't detect it, but you're part of a free energy machine that they call the Matrix. You are a cyborg. You just don't want to accept it. You don't want to accept that you worship Satan and that everything you know is a lie because it hurts your ego. The Antichrist is marked by the number 333, which is the number of days left to create in his birth year. He's third of 3 firstborn men, born 3 decades apart and 3 days apart. He is Aquarius, just like your Jesus was a Pisces for that era. This is your savior that they want you to kill. And they think you're that dumb and that you're going to go out there looking for this individual. And listen to me, this person is the divine imperative. Look up in your computer the significance of number 333, and if you want to put a dash and put divine imperative, you'll see. Look up synchronicity and divine and hit enter. You'll see. Everything you know is a lie, people. You were never given a single truth. They rub it in your face that they're going to recycle you over and over and over. It's called lesser magic. Just like the flat earth map just happens to be the UN flag. You and your kids are cube to cube to cube, and you know it. And you're going to sit here and tell me I'm a wacky? Think again, people. You need to unite peacefully out of love for each other and a common cause of survival. It's that you need to adopt the persona of the Antichrist. Now, let me be very clear. You have Behemoth and Leviathan. Look up your in the Black's Law Dictionary, the definition of a human being, it's sea monster. Now, Behemoth was supposedly killed by God and only left Leviathan so that these two wouldn't breed. Now, Behemoth is actually all the people in the Matrix on the Sea of Consciousness sitting on their ass in slavery. That's Behemoth. Your spirit was killed. Leviathan can be raised. All you have to do is get motivated. Now, the Antichrist, if you add up all the numbers in his birthday, he comes up to a number 11. And 333, for all the numbers left, for all the days, has 333 days left to create ahead of him in his birth year. That means that he's 9/11. They were using 9/11. That whole ritual act was to keep Leviathan asleep, was to keep the Antichrist from being manifested. And I'm telling you, he's here, and he's here to unite everybody peacefully out of love for each other and a common cause of survival. And he's going to show you that you have a whole bunch of viruses like language virus, God virus, you have gold fever virus, you let people die over this worthless paper backed by your own stupidity, not gold. The dollar sign is the symbol of control, it's the snake. The name of the Antichrist, you can tell the name by looking at the books that speak about him. You'll see that they give you Bible passages said by Matthew and Daniel. So that means that his name is somewhere along those lines. Something like a Matthew or something like that. Surely they've given you all the answers. It's rubbed in your face called lesser magic. Your food is killing you and you don't do anything about it. Your air is killing you. You know there's no GMOs marked and they're killing you. Everything you know is reverse of truth. So Leviathan is you uniting peacefully, and that's the sea of consciousness. Everybody's awareness comes together out of love for each other or common cause of survival. However it is, you need to do like me. I hold little block parties, and I teach people sun gazing, and I give out free hot dogs, and I unite people. And this is how you need to do it, people, and you need to wake people up. If you don't, your future is very grim. But you need to get involved, and you need to get motivated, because you can't just leave it up to this one individual. They told you he was going to unite the world, and then somehow everybody's all united, and now going to let this one person ruin it all? Are you a fucking dipshit? That's what they think you are, and they want you to kill your own savior. So really, people, wake the fuck up. I love you. See my channel for truth immediately. You don't fight for freedom. You simply unite for it. That's how it works, people.